All right. So it's time once again for Kaldheim draft. It's been a few days since I last drafted. I think I did well in the last one. Got the usual list from the usual folks of just Lolaman, Mobius, and Scotty Nada. Search for Greatness is not actually great. Let's see, Spectral Steel, Hailstorm, Valkyrie is not that good according to this list. Skempfar, Elder Hall. It's not really a first pick thing. Warhorn Blast and Null. Bergstrider is nice. Struggle for Skempfar, I think, might be... Gosh. This might be the worst pack I've ever seen. This might be the worst pack. Pack one, pick one I've ever seen. Don't believe it. Yeah, it's terrible. Okay. So, no real green card to follow up that pick. Let's see. Nico Defies. Yep, it's about as bad as I thought it was. It's got two dual lands. This one, the Lajara Mirror Lake, is at least in green. There's a Stalwart Valkyrie, which I think might, but we're not sure I'm green-blue. This list says the Stalwart Valkyrie needs a C+, and I'd agree, but then I'm just wondering about the Infernal Pet. No. Priest of the Haunted Edge? No. Wither Crown? No. It's just a Stalwart Valkyrie, so they took the rare from this pack, so there's no real color tells just yet. Okay, so a rare and a common was taken, seeing a lot of black, no red, some blue, a little green, a little white. I think Inga is pretty good. The Elven Bow. Oh, the Elven Bow is better than Inga? I guess it's because Elven Bow is nice, especially in like a green-white deck where you have a bunch of little babies, little 1/1 babies. Kin Seekers are not there yet. What do I think Skull Raid? Yeah, Skull Raid. It's okay. Yeah, I think this is just Elven Bow. We already have Struggle. I think Elven Bow is also just the best card in the pack, and it just happens to be green. Like second pick I would see Inga, but we don't have any blue for me to like lean towards Inga. Okay, so our green and white options are not great. The best one is Sculptor of Winter. I don't know how good Skempfar Shadow Sage is. Just not seeing a lot of good stuff. It's all like the C+ range. And King Harold's Revenge is not good, right? That's what they... Yeah. So there's a Bound in Gold. Yeah, Bound in Gold or the Firewalker. I think it's just the Bound in Gold, though. The green card is really nothing to write home about, so we're not even considering green. No blue in this pack, a little bit of black. Almost no green, but there's a fifth pick Bound in Gold. What do I think of Cole? I think he's decent, but I'm going to pick the... And then I think I'm going to pick the Bound in Gold. Yep. So here's another Valkyrie. Yeah, Weather Runestone is just... I think it's something for Constructed. Or maybe best of threes. Yeah, I think the Sour Valkyrie is also just, again, the best card in the pack. We keep finding situations where white is the best card in the pack. Let's see, does this guy get enchantment or artifact from your graveyard? This might just be the pick. We're starting to lean into white. I don't think any of these other cards are good enough. Run amok, run amok, run amok. Nope, it's not. Squash is probably the best card in this pack. I mean, maybe the snow-covered forest is worth a click for Sculptor of Winter. Sure. Follow the Imposter. Pick 8. I mean, it's a pretty good sign that white is open. Yeah, this is like my second time drafting with this list, so I'm actually looking at all of these cards and just, you know, just getting a general idea from what this list thinks of them compared to like what I think of them and what I've been listening to Ben Stark think of them. So here's Spectral Steel. I don't really have target aura or equipment from your graveyard. There's also, I could also, yeah, red seems to be kind of gone. Warhorn Blast. I have no like little guys to really, little people generators, so I think I do have an aura and bound in gold. I'll probably take the Guardian here. Pretty sure I'm green-white. Port of Carfell is specifically blue-black, and I have neither of those colors. I mean, I guess if you were black, you could splash this. The Shieldmate came around. Now that's interesting. This was the only white card in this pack, if I remember right. And it's gone all the way around. Seeing black, seeing a little bit of green. I think Raise the Draugr is an okay card, but I think I'm going to lock up this Shieldmate at this point. Oh, so take the Warhorn Blast here, I guess. Sure. Alright. Master Scald has come around again. I could take this Sinkhole. Did I pick up Spectral Steel? Yes. And this takes it from my graveyard? From your graveyard to your hand. Yeah. I think like black was more open than red. Not that I would play either of these black cards. Toski. 4-mana 1/1 that we can then just start buffing with Spectral Steel. That's kind of funny. Now, I don't have a way to like sacrifice him or anything like that, which would be good to get him out of like, but whatever. Forging's Tired Sword is terrible. Rune of Flight is nice, but I don't really have a lot of rune spells. Iron Verdict, I think, I don't know if this is like a low down deck or if this is a, I think it is, it's obviously Toski, right? Oh wow, this list has Toski as a C+? Okay, so this land we don't care about. There's the commons. Valor would be an interesting choice. With, say, Master Scald. Does this enchant creature? Just a creature. And we have Spectral Steel to kind of get it back. The strongest cards in this pack are not really like our colors. Should I? So it's like kind of between the Story Seeker and Valor. I think I'll take Story Seeker. Battle for Bretagard. Each with different names. So I don't think the battle... The battle is good in the colors. It says it's a B-. I just don't have ways of making tokens very easily, or at all. The other thing that I'm giving up here is Serulf's Packmate. And I think I'd just take the Packmate. If I had, like, so like the Elven Bow creates a 1/1 Elf Warrior, but this also creates a 1/1 Elf Warrior, so it's not really synergistic. Oh yeah, Bretagard Protector now is real good. Maja. There's also Usher. I think Maja is better. Yep. Yeah. Gonna take Maja. So there's Spirit of Aldergard, but we are really not snow. Is this a snow land? I only have one snow land. And I would rather take this Usher. Okay, so what we got? Snow-covered plains is probably what I'm going to pick up here. I already have one Master Scald. Everything else is not that great. I think Elderleaf Mentor is the pick here. This is a bunch of blue and black. Black seems to be open. But oh well, whatever. So I'm pretty heavily committed into green-white now. It's either Oracle or Mammoth Growth. I guess Oracle, I would rather have auras and equipment than pump spells, just because I have Spectral Steel and Master Scald already. So I'll take the Oracle, don't know if I'd play him. Okay, so this is Wield. Iron Verdict Wield. Well, that's good. Take Iron Verdict. I'll take Valor of the Worthy. Sure. Yeah, it's too bad the Battle for Bretagard is not going to wheel, even if no one is playing those colors, just because it is a rare. Eventually someone will just be like, I'm going to rare draft it. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Whoa, the other Usher wield. Do people just not think this is a good card? Here, doesn't really matter. I don't think this matters either. I think I'm comfortable with the amount of removal I have. Okay. The Runeforged Champion, the Boreal Outrider are both... The Boreal Outrider is pretty good. Other than that, in these colors... Horizon Seeker, maybe. The Runeforged Champion, I don't have runes. So, and the Boreal Outrider, I have only 2 snow. But I have no runes. I want runes, but this is pack 3. So I'll take this Boreal Outrider. Now, this guy would only be able to get God's Held Guardian even if I chose him. think I'd rather just lock in the shield mate here. I could also go for Alpine Meadow, but I think we're just kind of a low to the ground, or a more aggro-y kind of go wide kind of a deck. So goldvein pick, I guess. I think I'd rather just take something that leaves a body behind. The World Tree, I don't think I really care. It's either Divine Gambit or Goldmaw Champion are in the colors. Now, of course, as I always do, I watch Ben Stark, and he thinks Divine Gambit is a perfectly fine removal, so long as you never use it before, like, turn 4. As long as you wait until, like, they've already voluntarily emptied their hands of their big threats. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe I should have taken the other thing. Now, this is in our colors and snow. So I don't think I can pass this up. It works with both the Outrider and the Sculptor of Winter. Yeah. And I'm hoping like at least one of these 3 cards will wheel. Preferably, I think, again, the Shield Mate. But we'll see. So this is another opportunity to pick up a Snowland. There's also Masked Vandals or a Gladewalker. I think, again, I want to increase the power of this Outrider. I already have kind of enough playables, and maybe one of these 3 will wheel. I'd be cool with that. I'd rather lock in the snow. Well, there's a rune, and I'm definitely taking the rune. I don't think we're in care for a Lindworm. I think we're more go wide, small stuff with a bit of enchantment and aura. Oh my gosh. A second Maja is good. Probably put this Guardian in the sideboard. We're not really control enough. That's better, I think, for a blue-white deck that wants to hold the ground, attack with flyers, or control the game kind of a thing. Not really what I think this deck is doing. So I could take the second Scald or the second Warhorn Blast. I'm feeling the Warhorn Blast with 2 Ushers now and 2 Majas. It's still interesting to note that Battle for Bretagard still wouldn't be very good because it's like all we make are Elf and Warrior tokens. So I'm just not quite sure. Like it's almost better in like the other colors like blue or, well, I guess if we had the Angel Sword, that would be great with that. Here I think I'll just take the uncommon for the vault. I'm not going to play these other things. That warrior got picked up that we opened up in pick 1. Too bad we got the rune now, but couldn't have known that. And it was like, if that guy comes in pack 1, pick 1, then I'm more inclined. But there, I just don't care. Sure, I'll just take this for my collection or whatever. Okay, good. So some of these did wheel. Yeah, it was the shield mate. There's a little bit of consideration for the Code Spell Cleric, but I think I would rather just have stuff that sticks around. Just more for the collection. And okay, so we got a lot of snow at the end. I think that some people were locking in their snow in the beginning. And I think it's also easier to find snow in the white colors, and because Plains tends to not really care about snow as much. So with 4 snow lands, I think we can definitely have a Sculptor and a Boreal Outrider just fine. It looks like we are a go wide kind of deck, which suits Toski just fine, with a little bit of flyover, not much. As for any other synergies, there weren't really any other synergies other than the snow. So I have... This guy get a Saga back? Yeah, he gets Sagas back too. Huh. Maybe, I wonder what I picked over Battle for Bretagard. Because it just duplicates each unique creature token you have. So just give me one more of each. It's like 3 mana for 4 1/1s over the course of 3 turns. It's just not... It can be taken advantage of, I just don't think this deck even now ended up taking advantage of it. Six cuts. Huh. Stalwart Valkyrie is kind of a 2-drop. We don't have any resurrection stuff, nor do we care about the creatures in our graveyard. We care more about the enchantments. Like, Spectral Steel does have... I'm really at a loss as to what to cut here. I think the Doomscar Oracle isn't that great. I don't think we really care about the life gain, even though it like tanks our creature count down to 16. He was like the weakest of our creatures anyway. So this is more about casting creature spells, but that's okay. I don't really see... I kind of wanted to play around with Spectral Steel, but... I also like Valor of the Worthy. But I think it just gets cut here. And 3 more cuts. Do I want to go down to 16 lands? The only ramp I have is Sculptor of Winter. Otherwise I have 3 5-drops that top my curve. Warhorn Blast is like, you can foretell it, which is great. But even then I'd still have to make 2 more cuts on top of that. I could see myself cutting Divine Gambit. What do these other guys feel about Divine Gambit? Yeah? How much removal do I have here? And the Rune of Might. Oh yeah, they like the Rune of Might, and I do too. The other consideration is Iron Verdict is like who's attacking a lot. So the hilarious game plan, I guess, is to just stack tokens on Toski, Runamite him, get him up, Spectral Steel. Just keep buffing Toski and make him a monster. That's kind of hilarious. There's still ways to deal with him, obviously, like bind the monster, bound in gold, feed the serpent, Raven form. Yeah, red and green wouldn't be able to deal with that. I don't really want to go lower than 16 with a deck that's like wants to go wide. I also have Arctic Treeline, which also helps me cut a card. Again, I still have to cut 2, so I'm considering Master Scald. I think is up for contention, but like he can get back Rune of Might, even Bound in Gold, or Fall of the Imposter. I probably should cut. I don't know if I should keep 2 Warhorn Blasts or not. Like I can go pretty wide with 2 Mages and 2 Ushers. I think I cut Divine Gambit. I think I have removal in Bound in Gold, Fall, Iron Verdict, and Struggle, and that's enough, and I can even potentially get Fall back with Scald. And Divine Gambit's still a Gambit. It's like okay removal. It's not good removal. It's not removal that you really want to run, but it's removal that you're okay with running if you need to, is my opinion of it. And then at least one more cut before I just really decide whether I want to go down to 16 lands or not. And the other cut would either be like Spectral Steel or Warhorn Blast. I think I've convinced myself that Master Scald is actually decent in this deck, given that I have Imposter, Might, even Bound in Gold in case they do something with that. Getting back Rune of Might is huge, because that's like, draw another card. So yeah, Spectral Steel would also get Rune of Might back. I have decreased the amount of targets for Spectral Steel by getting rid of Valor. So it really only has 2 targets, and this one not even guaranteed to come off. This guy has 3 targets, and this is actually guaranteed to go into the graveyard at some point, as if I draw it and play it. So I'm looking at Spectral Steel and thinking, yeah. And then I could see myself cutting, let's see, 8, so 9 each, and cutting a forest. Yeah, Maja's also double white. Okay. Go Team Toski. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Yep, I like these. Like Boreal Outrider, I have 4 Snowlands, so it's good. Oh yeah, I chose the Boreal Outrider instead of the Runeforge Champion. Alright, I have to put in a pause here. Okay. So, let's go Team Toski. So I looked again at the Battle of Bretagard, and yeah, it's not... yeah, this is a keep. So I kind of want to save my subsequent creatures for after the Boreal Outrider, but we'll see what they play. Okay then. Alright. How will you deal with this, opponent? Okay. Okay. So, I can play... Oh, I only have one plains out. Okay, so I can't play the Arctic Tree Line, but that's okay. I can double spell, Usher, and Shieldmate, and they can both get um, +1/+1 counters on them. And no attacks, because I have Warhorn Blast for next turn. Wolves! I choose you, wolves. So, I could just... Wait, why didn't he get a counter? That's weird. What? Huh. I don't understand. What happened there? I even clicked pay with snow? I was cheated. So +2/+0, it's an instant. Pay with snow. And then I'll foretell this. And then I'll hit no attacks again. And they're 3/5 kind of like, I don't like it. Aw, man. Wow. Well, I really did need to attack that turn, didn't I? Blown out by a rare board sweep. This is just over. I should have gone there. But yeah, I don't understand why he wasn't a 3/2? Pay with snow? I'm gonna have to... Ah, gosh, I gotta start watching these videos. That one did not make sense in my head. It's like... And the Boreal Outrider doesn't say anything about it. It's only the first card. I go first. I can always enchant a land. Foretell a card, enchant a land. I have 9 white sources. Alright. Enchant a land with just to draw a card. I still would have lost, I think. Never punished. So I only have one white, but I could attack with the Beskir Shieldmate, but I don't want to, because he'd win that race. So I think I'm going to instead play Usher and then foretell Iron Verdict. Playing Rune of Might doesn't make a whole lot of sense here. So he has a trick, and I'm more than willing for him to use it on the Shieldmate. Okay. So that's first strike. The runes still doesn't get me anywhere. Sigrid doesn't do anything else, right? Nope. Okay. Kind of hoping they attack with Sigrid. This is very strange. Okay. No, go ahead. So I can kill Sigrid and get back my 2-1. I can play Bretagard Protector. She's a 2-3. Usher would be able to attack. I think I'm going to Rune of Might my own Usher. See what I draw here. It's a pack mate. Okay. I think, let's see. Three 3 can be blocked now by my 3-2. I think I just kill her. I foretell the pack mate, and I don't attack because that 3-3 will just, I can't outrace the 3-3. The 2-2 first strike on Sigrid was annoying. So everything's going to the code spell Cleric. So your next turn, all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control is dealt to that creature instead. So I can trade my Shieldmate for the code spell Cleric. Which I'm fine with. Okay, so I can put down Bretagard Protector, or I could do Packmate and Story Seeker. Yeah, let's do Packmate. If I draw land, I'm not going to play it. Target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah. Flying counter on it. Angel Warrior. So they're going to do that to... what's her face? I'm going to hold back the 1/1 to block Story Seeker. Yeah, I can't play Maja until after Ascent of the Worthy has come back, has done. Okay, I'll trade this token to kill your 2/1. Going to be gaining life no matter what I do. So they're going to get rid of something of mine. This Ascent has made it very difficult for me to attack or do anything. I'll foretell this Warhorn Blast. Just end my turn like that. And they're probably going to get rid of Usher. Or Packmate. I'm not sure. You want to get rid of Usher in case I kill your... In case I kill Brigid, really. Oh yeah, because they're not. None of them are attacking or blocking, so that doesn't trigger. Oops. Oopsie. Okay. So I can either do Maja or Warhorn. I can attack with 3, they become a 4/3. They become pretty big, but the 4/4 pretty much blocks everything, unless I have Maja and Warhorn Blast. So I think I have to wait until after she's attacked. They've attacked with Sigrid. Okay. Still got a 1/1. Okay. Nothing I can do about that. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will gain 4 back. Okay, so just to kill their lifelinker, pretty much have to do that. 6 damage to me. It's okay. Ah. Ah. Okay. Well. I think I needed to cast Maja sooner because I forgot I didn't realize that Sigrid's Ascent would be like this, but whatever. Do you have some more removal? I don't feel like I'm playing my best. I feel like I am not quite with it right now. I still can't get by the 3/6. And they gained way too much life with the lifelinker that I don't think I was able to do anything about that lifelinker. Yeah, because of the Scent of the Worthy was just continuously making it indestructible. So they were able to gain life without me really doing anything. Here, even a 4/4 can't attack because they just block with a 3/6 and the 2/2. If I attack with everything, I get attacked back, and I'll have 3 blockers for their 3 attackers, but this will die. Or well, this will die. I feel like they definitely have removal. I'm going to attack with these 3, and then I leave back 4 blockers, potentially. For potentially 3. Then I have 5 blockers. 2, 3 for 3, then I'll have 4. Yeah. So they can totally eat this, Usher. I need to also calculate how much life they would have left, but there's so many calculations. Okay, well, doesn't matter. I have to draw removal. So this is not removal. That wouldn't get me there. I can attack with 6. Master Scald would get me back a trample rune. Then, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would get through. So no. And then I wouldn't have, even if I played the rune after getting it back with Master Scald, search. your graveyard and put it to your hand. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to play Rune and play whatever removal because it's Skemfar. Yeah. Okay. Because my removals are Skemfar and the other thing and the other thing. There's, I guess, I don't know. Yeah. Like if I didn't play the removal on Sigrid or Sigurd or whatever her name is, like they would have never played Ascent. So it's not like, yeah. Yeah, this is a keep. I feel like this deck is decent, but so far it just hasn't been. Wow, 5 lands? It's been a while. I'm not sure if like in the first game, I feel like in the first game I could have played it better. The second game there, I'm not sure even if I had played better. Oh, deck, you're going to flood me. That even if I had played better, it was going to work out well. So I'm going to lose this game because of flood. Like I have to draw a spell every turn from now on in order for this to work out. So I have nothing to accelerate into for Sculptor of Winter. So I think I'd rather put down Story Seeker and try to... well, no. Actually, I could have double spelled. Oh, you're an idiot, David. Yeah, I could have double spelled if I had put down... Yeah. Okay. So obviously no attacks, they just double block Story Seeker and it dies. I don't have any threats. I don't have any way of dealing with threats at the moment. Always play the mana ramp, David. I tried to get too fancy for myself. So now I have essentially 5 mana available. So I'm just going to play the... I have 5 mana available, he says again. So I can play Maja. I don't get the +1/+1, the extra creature token with her. And so next turn I'll have 6, so I could go Maja, land, Beskir. So that's going to be better. No, I can't, because I'll have 6, but it's still... I can still play a land after the Maja. The Troll is hard for me to get through. Attack with the 4/3. I could attack with the 3/3, but then they'll trade it. It won't. The 2/4 is very difficult for me to get through right now. It's 2 snowlands. The Master Skull doesn't have anything. Yeah, I just, I really need that. go wide stuff. Let's see. I could play the Master Scald and not get anything. I can play both of them actually. Yeah, I'd rather have a 5/5 out. Let's see. Attack with all. The 4/3 can't get past the 5/5. So 5/5 would eat the 4/3. You could still double block and then only have to deal with 2. Yeah, it's just not. Did you not tap snow? Oh, well, I can still do it this way. Okay, there we go. That's right. I got loud for no reason, I'm sorry. The heck is streamer mode? Okay. Okay, so I can attach this Elven Bow to the Elderleaf Mentor and attack with him. Okay. Okay, so I want to attack with, oh shoot, I'm all tangled in my own wire. I want to attack with, I think I'm attacking into open mana. Yes. So the troll is a 4/3, essentially. And so he has 5 blockers. 5 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2. So 10 damage would get through. So I'd rather see. Yes. Actually, no, this is done. Because the troll can, again, just be made indestructible. So actually, that was done. I needed to put that on and block the Master Scald. I needed to put that on the Shield Mate and attack with both of them. But, yeah, I needed to put that on the Shield Mate and attack with those two. The land is good for me. How much snow does he have? Not enough. So these are legendaries. So we're going to move it over here. Attack with these 3. So the troll can eat one of those. I'm just going to swing out with everything. See, this is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I could have put it on the Story Seeker. Well, whatever. So he's dead this way. Okay. 4, 8. Just gonna put it on Maja. Okay. Yay, a win. Yay, winning. Oh, mastery. Oh, Runamite or Valkyrie. Well, we have the Runamite in the deck, so. From 50 gems to 100 gems. I doubled my gems that are coming back after spending 1,500. So, oh well. We're living on the edge here with 2 losses. This is a keep. Yep. I could follow the Imposter and Story Seeker is quite nice. But I do want like 2 creatures out before I play it, in case they kill one. But I only have 2 creatures, and Stalwart Valkyrie doesn't look like it's going to get played anytime soon. White blue flyers. Okay. I've seen this before. And and if all he wants to do is keep buffing the Battlefield Raptor, I'm fine with that. Create a 1/1 Bluebird token. Whenever one or more of your creatures with flying, you deal combat damage to a player, look at that player's hand and draw a card. You may put a card you own from outside of the game on top of your library. So I could follow the imposter story seeker, have it attack. It would kill battlefield raptor. It would leave behind. Raptor would leave behind a token. You can also just play Usher. Why don't you tap double green for me there? Foretell that. And then Usher. And no attack. Number one or more. Can look at my hand. It's only attacking with the raptor. And draw a card. I'll do this to prevent him from drawing a card. Okay. Okay. Oh, I should have. No, I need 5 for Maja. I hold all lands from now on. I can put it up there. Making it a 4/4 doesn't allow it to double kill, so I think I would rather put it on. Besky or Shieldmate, and then I can exile like the Raptor. Okay. Because Valor of the Worthy triggers when it dies, not when it gets exiled, I believe. My opponent looked like they had a good deck, it's just or is it when it leaves the battlefield? Leaves the battlefield. Oh no. Okay, so yeah, they would have still gotten the 1/1 flying token. So I guess in that case I should have put it on the Usher so that it wouldn't just get blocked by the I'd have to trade it for something else. Okay, this is another keep. It's kind of a question between playing the Shieldmate or foretelling Packmate. I'm on the play, so I think I put out the Shieldmate. I don't want to put out Fall of the Imposter until they actually put out a creature. I can play Boreal Outrider instead. You cast the spell. Not when they come into play, it's whenever they cast the spell. Pay with snow. Spells colors. Oh, so it has to be green to pay for green and white to pay for white? Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna follow the imposter, the shield made an attack with both of them. Okay. I can foretell this verdict. And then potentially kill their braggart. I mean, unless they don't play anything. Let's see. They could have the, let's see, 2 mana open, they could have counterspell, they could have bounce. I guess I just have to put it on the pack mate because their braggart untaps every time. Okay. I guess they're making it so that Fall of the Imposter doesn't actually exile anything. So they play no creatures here. Makes sense to me, I guess. Oh well. So this is 4 damage. And then I'm not going to spend these lands. It foretold 3 cards. Okay. 2 cards now. Augury Raven, sure. Sure. And another foretell. So it could be a bounce spell. Could be a lot of things. It could be a counter spell. They're going to be able to hold up in that mana forever now, so I'm just going to see what it is. Let's see if it's a bounce spell, then the token gets bounced. Yep, okay, cool. The equip cost is 3. Okay, play a land here. And my turn. Like, I didn't want to like do it on the Boreal Outrider and kill the, oh, okay. I think this is why you don't want to run 2 Warhorn Blasts, but yeah. Wow, okay. I thought he was targeting that. Sure. blocks. Yeah, could have had a 2/3 or a 3/4. So now I have a 3/4 lifelinker. Of course, they have other stuff. I might as well just play the 2-mana version of this. Okay, I can just attack with a 4/4. I can just literally move it back to my lifelinker. Of course, they get to start drawing cards with Vega if they want to. I mean, I feel like it's a counterspell. So, I'm just like, I'm gonna keep doing this. I know it's a counterspell. So, here's a spell. I think he'll counter this. I don't have anything, but it's still a 4/4. Cool. Do you have another counterspell? No attacks. But the Warhorn. I was like, I know you're a counterspell, so I'm just gonna keep attacking with this 3/2 flyer that's actually a 4/4. Until we get to the point that you do something. And then I'm going to cast my spells in worst to best order. Yeah, I can keep this. Red's not good for me, but Toski is... No, he attacks. He always has to attack. Blue. Oh, giants. Okay, it's a Firewalker. I'm going to play Usher. Because like once he taps that Firewalker, it's tapped. Like, and then he can boast with it. There's nothing, I can't Iron Verdict before he can boast, so. Man, Toski is so good in black. Like, you have the Jarl that deals damage, that kills whatever something gets dealt damage, and then you also have the Rune of Mortality. Hmm. But then he didn't attack with it. So I can play Toski. And, or I could just play Valkyrie. Let's see, he's green with blue splash. The worst case scenario is obviously Battle of Frost and Fire. He won't attack if I play Toski, and I want him to attack for Iron Verdict. Now this makes me more vulnerable to sweepers, but I think I'd rather he attack so that I can Iron Verdict away his Firewalker. I don't even know what this does. The Bears of Litjara. With Changeling. Any number of target shapeshift have base power 4. Choose up to one target creature or planeswalker. Each creature with power 4 or greater you control deals damage equal to its power to that permanent. Okay. looks like he's not going to attack. Maybe it's too obvious that I have Iron Verdict. So I don't have anything cool. I do have 5. So Toski's going to attack. Cool, cool, cool. I think I'm going to lose at this point. I did get 3 wins with this deck, which is okay. But yeah, I don't think I can beat the Bears of Litrara. The Lifelinker. Okay. My 2/2/1s on the Firewalker. I'm just gonna kill it. We both know I'm gonna kill it. It's interesting that the 4/4 is permanent. Bound in gold. That Firewalker will take over the game at some point. Okay. Permanent or player deals double. They're all giants. Toski drew a card. I can take 8 damage once. Master Scald certainly. Let's see. Uh-oh. I am ever so slowly losing this game. Well, no, not slowly. I have already lost this game. My last two removals are Battle for Skemfar and... I thought I had 4 removals. I've already used Bound in Gold. Oh yeah, the Exile. But that takes forever to pull off. Pretty sure I'm dead. Oh no, I have 1 life. Nice. Time to draw that Doomscar I don't have. Oh, here's Maja. One, two, three, 4. I will only have 3 blockers. You're too late, Maja. If I had drawn you earlier, I would have been able to, I don't know, have blockers. I think that went okay. It definitely felt like it took me a while to warm up to playing Magic. I don't know why. Apparently 2 days not playing Magic is enough for me to be terrible again. So yeah, I can definitely see why Toski on their list is only like a C or a C+. I definitely messed up. I kind of messed up Fall of the Imposter by killing their last creature. But whatever. I'm thinking maybe I should have only had 1 Warhorn Blast. I don't think my deck was that aggro. It was definitely a go wide deck. But I think I would have been better off having maybe even a Divine Gambit. It's hard to say. Against all the things that I lost there, it was... Like, obviously when you're losing a Warhorn Blast is like... it's not very good. But on the whole, that was a nice deck. Alright, that's it.